Has anyone else noticed how terrible food is since the pandemic? I mean, I can tell that food was going down before then. But since then, food is terrible, especially at these fast food establishments. The food is cold or it's undercooked. And why should we have to spend our money like that? You know, it's time that we have to start producing and cooking our own foods. I have been saying this for over 20 years. That I have foreseen that this day was going to come. Whereas we just cannot trust the people that are making the foods. Because all these people think about is profits. How much more money can they make? As a person, I used to work at a baseball stadium. And I noticed how much food they throw away every day. And I thought about it. This is not the only place that does this. What about collectively? All of the eating establishments that throw away food every day. And tomorrow, they have just as much food as they threw away yesterday. How are they producing food this fast? Well, that fast. I went to the store and got some chicken the other day. And I could not help but notice how large the chickens were. Now, my grandmother on my mother's side had a chicken coop, and my great aunt on my father's side had a chicken coop. And they had all types of chickens. And I've never seen a chicken as big as the ones they're putting out today. When you start doing your research, you find out that they're putting steroids in these chickens. We are poisoning ourselves. People, we are going to have to learn how to start taking care of ourselves. We cannot depend on these people to look out for our health and well-being. People, we have to start learning how to go back old school and start farming. We have lost all those skills because, you know, it's more convenient to go to the store and get your foods instead of producing your own foods. But if you look today, people are becoming more sickly than people were in the past. People back then knew what they were putting in their body because they grew it. But you don't know what you're putting in your bodies today. People say, well, look, man, you know, I don't have the time, but you got the time now because they're shutting everything down. They're lying about how many jobs there are. There are not that many jobs that they're trying to send people. They are shutting things down. And I can dig it because sometimes you go outside and you look at your car, you see these different types of dust on your car. Sometimes it's yellow, sometimes it's white. And what is that? So if you grow your own foods, whatever is in the atmosphere that's coming down to the ground is going to get on your foods. So learn how to do it hydroponically. Build you a greenhouse to grow your own vegetables. Because I went to this one, I'm not going to call their name because I don't want nobody to bother me. But I went to this one store that's supposed to have the best and fresh fruit today. And I noticed that The vegetables were beautiful, immaculate, a little too immaculate. If the worms won't eat it, something is wrong with that. So that's why I'm saying is that we have to start producing our own foods for our own consumption. If you can't grow it outside because you're fearful of what the atmosphere, well, grow it inside. Get you a greenhouse. Learn how to build you a chicken coop and start raising your own chickens. Feed them because back then it was corn. I don't know what they feed these chickens nowadays. But I've seen videos where they're pumping them up with these damn steroids. Where chickens are growing at 2 times the rate at what it used to. And you are putting this mess in your body. Learn how to fish again. You know, because here lately, man, like I say, I go to the store and I don't really trust the foods nowadays. And for that, I have to start doing like we used to do. Growing our own foods, going out fishing, catching your own damn food. Because you cannot trust the foods they're putting out today. And like I'm saying, when I go to some fast food and try to get something, I'm still not satisfied. I don't like how it tastes, for one. As a person that was raised up in those early 60s, I had the opportunity to taste good food. You can't jive me. When I taste the food, they're like, man, this is trash. The food today is trash. If you didn't get none of that food back in the 60s, you really miss a treat. And the foods today that they call fresh is not fresh. Fresh is when you kill it and then you put it on the table. That's fresh. Not after it's been killed 2 or 3 months ago. That's not fresh. And nothing tastes better than fresh fish. My cousins and my brothers, we used to go out fishing. And sometimes we had these little bitty small pits to where we start eating the fish right then. Sometimes the fish didn't get a chance to make it home because we ate it up. And it was good. That's why I'm gonna have to, I've lost all my fishing equipment. I'm gonna have to restock up. I'm gonna have to buy me some more fishing supplies so I can go out and start fishing again. And, you know, here lately, in my older age, I'm kind of winging myself from certain meats. So it doesn't matter about, you know, the different type of meats. Because I say, like, you really can't trust the meats because they are giving animals steroids so they can grow faster and so they can produce more meat. But what they are injecting these animals with, you are putting in your bodies. And you're wondering why people have all these different ailments today. Mainly cancer. Cancer is at an all-time high, in my opinion. As I said, as a person that was raised in the 60s, I can remember seeing old people that were really old. And there was a lot of them. It just wasn't 1 or 2. I saw a lot of people that was in their 90s and 100s. People lived longer because the food was better back then. But since they are producing foods that have these different chemicals in them, people are not living as long anymore. And they keep talking about this overpopulation. Hey, put 2 and 2 together. They are trying to depopulate the world. And they're doing it through the foods. Because I always say, hey man, why? There has to be some correlation to why so many people are getting cancer today. These people have to be doing the same thing. What what does everybody do? Everyone has to eat. And so you take it for granted that these people are being honest with you. And they are not doing anything like some Frankenstein experiment with the foods. All you have to do is go on the internet and look and research. Do some real research. I'm tired of people hiring by research. They don't really do some research. They just kind of listen to a few videos here and there and call that research. That is not research. You have to look at the chemicals that they are putting in foods there. And sometimes they say, well, these are farm-raised chickens or whatever. Okay, they might be raised on a farm, but what they feed them? Or it's got corn in them. But what type of chemicals were they putting on the corn? So they put chemicals on the corn. The chickens eat the corn. And there it is, you. So like I'm saying, it's like, be smart, people. And stop being lazy. Really think about your health. It's not hard to go out there and cook your own foods and produce your own foods. A lot of skills we have, we just hate to use them. Some things people know and don't know why they know it. But if you put yourself in that position to where you have to use these skills again, it will all come back to you. As I'm saying, start whatever type of vegetables that you like. Grow your own food. Whatever type of meat that you like, raise that, whether it's chickens or cows or whatever it is. Raise your own. And when it comes to fish, I was hearing somebody downstairs, they talking about the type of fish that y'all see. I remember when they used to use shark meat to put in these fish burgers. I've never been big on catfish. Me personally, I like redfish, red snapper. I eat croakers too. But that's what I like. I don't want no cod or no tilapia. I don't want that mess. So the best thing for me to do is go out and catch my own food so I can know what I am putting in my body. And I just hated that I put so much of this trash in my body that I feel as if that, hey man, there are some things in me it's going to be real difficult for me to get it out. But today, I am going to start doing that. I have this knot that is growing on my face. Don't know where it came from, but it came from somewhere. When I go to the hospital, I can tell by the look on their face, they know what it is. They're just not telling me what it is. Well, you need to come back so we can do more testing. You're not going to use me as a guinea pig. So if I got to die with this knot on my damn face, so be it. But one thing I will not do is continue to poison my own self because I'm too damn lazy to go out and help myself. See, the best way that we can show these people that we are dissatisfied is to stop spending money with them. Since that's what they love so much, stop spending money with them. These fast food places that serve you trash and give you bad service, stop spending money with them. These companies that put chemicals in their foods that you don't know anything about, stop spending money with them. And when they ask why, you tell them, we don't trust you, sir. And we know about those chemicals that the steroids you put in the food. We don't want that. You eat it. Here is something I want you to do. Go out to your car in the morning. That dust that's on your car, scrape it up in a little pile. Get you a magnet and see if that dust sticks to that magnet. Now, if it does, you tell me what is that. And that is something that you are breathing into your body. The only good thing I can say about this pandemic is it is giving, at least myself, time to reflect. To reflect on what I am doing to myself. They can't force you to do it. You got to accept it.